Is it? Some people have it, some people don't. Hi, I'm Miss Haley J. Comet, aka Jeffrey J. Judkins, and I'm your entertainer for a minute. Whether you like it or not, too bad. I mean, I'm just gonna do it, you know? And I don't own the rights to any copywritten text, lyrics of any kind. If I recited that, almost did. I don't own the rights to any people I mention, their names, and what I imply about those people. And I wish to reserve my right to retract any and all statements convey, and all rights reserved to my original content. At AmazingJC.com. That's my website. Excuse me. I mean, really. I feel like I was going through like that, become a woman moment. Well, oh my god, there's so many, out there thinking what they're doing is necessary, but it's really not. It's very uncomfortable to watch, the debauched fools that are saucing up and going to everybody's husband's house, and their husbands, and then them husbands. I think that's a ritual that I will not partake of. Just saying. I mean, where is my husband? I don't know. He's down there with all the other guys. Playing that, something hockey, field hockey, or whatever, frisbee, where they meet in the middle. Anyways, so, I mean, it's to each their own, but it's not always somebody's cup of tea. It's definitely not mine. I mean, I was invited to go to some big, huge hustle match. Maybe you wouldn't want to call it like the dog patch, or some call it like an orgy. I don't do it. No thanks. No. Not this girl. I'm actually a comedian. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a political commentary. I'm pretty good at it too. I mean, I think it's a big, huge cesspool of ignorance and malicious intent, and it must be stopped. That should. That other thing too, maybe. There's no honor, there's no dignity or whatever, respect of any kind living like that, like some people do. And, I come from a family that's like early settlers here in Maine, and my family and the Bailey family were the first to acquire land here, and I just pretty much recently figured it out and looked through Ancestry and Google and what have you, to find out more, Also, my grandmother and her sister possibly were Rockefellers. Not that I'm proud of what they've done in the past. That's their history. I don't live like that, and I'm not discriminative or racist or whatever. But if you treat me wrong, or you treat people that I care about wrong, I'm gonna say it. So, she is a Kelleher, and potentially a Callahan, because Callahans and Kellehers were pretty close, I don't agree with what's been going on at all. When it comes to federal aid, I believe that federal aid should be allocated or properly appropriated to its approved source or place where it's approved to, which would be the public. And I think it's a malicious intent and a profiteering syndicate for government officials or state officials to acquire such funds and never give it to the people and never help the people. You know, and some people are like, oh, well, that's always happened and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? We're actually in a huge disaster and we're still whelping from the epidemic prior to the pandemic. So, and they want to try to acquire that money too. The money that belongs to the victims, the people of America. They are trying to take that. And it's preposterous. It's not okay. I mean, say that to my friends' parents that they're not going to get compensated for what happened to their children, and the mother of my godchildren that don't get to see their children anymore, and their children don't get to see them anymore. And I believe that the state and all the officials had their hand in it. I believe that they signed the bills in order to make opioids legal to be distributed by doctors and pharmacies. So they're to blame. That's my opinion. Oh well. Whether you like it or not, too bad. And also, the insurance companies, like, if you pay it out of your policy, then you don't get that money back. You don't get that money back. Why do you think that you are due that $750 million semi-annually because you want it? That's not appropriate. And you're not the victims. None of you are. People of America are, or is. Families that lost their homes, their cars, went into debt immensely, nearly lost their lives themselves. Yeah, they are the victims. Just saying. Another thing that I might want to add about my ancestry. I grew up in Bangor, and there was always this unspoken truth, and I think that it was not only the fact that my grandmother on my mother's side was potentially a Rockefeller, but there is a connection potentially, possibly, probably, to another prominent family in America, and they happen to be previous presidents. So it's alleged, and I'm thinking so, because my brother looks like Theodore and my dad looks like Franklin. Just saying. So, as you can imagine, the dirty little secret's out, and I'm not dirty, I'm not dirty. I have been. But you know what? I've cleaned up my life, I've fixed it. I can do impressions too. You know, I'm a stylist, I'm a designer, I'm an artist, you know, and a comic. You know, this idiot the other day, I was in the store, she's standing there and we're waiting and waiting, and she's like, oh, we should have been prepared for this price hike on the gas. And I looked up at her and I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, we should have been prepared for this. I'm like, you or nobody else? I mean, couldn't you have, like, warned everybody, you fat mouth, ugly idiot? Ugh. And who's your husband or wife or whoever that has that information? Why wasn't anybody notified? Ugh. It's always a fat-mouthed idiot that just thinks they know it all, like our governor and other governors. Ooh, I just can't stand them. Ooh, it's so dirty. And the senator thinking that they can advocate for people. I mean, the senator don't even have any children. How dare her speak on behalf for child productive services? Or Roe versus Wade, whatever. I mean, she don't have any kids. Whatever. Bing bong. What a debauched fool. You know, there are people in our government that shouldn't be in those positions at all. You know, and I am appalled. People should be appalled. And the right sources like the Capitol Police and Supreme Court justices should consider having them demoted or fired for failure to do your jobs. I mean, you're supposed to be protecting and serving, and all you're doing is protecting and serving yourselves. Ugh. Gross. Anyways, those dog-faced liars should go. None of it. We're done. I'm sick of it. Come on, people. Let's do our jobs or get out. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I don't know. Tell your friends. Have your people call my people. Bon voyage. Sayonara, senche, aloha, and hasta la vista, baby.